Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast or another match of the day live stream / watch along reaction to all the day's events in the Premier League this Saturday on the 25th of January, actually 25 days into the new year. And I'm still a few hours past and I still want to kill out Mark Oliver basically. Even though we got our result, spoilers by the way, I still want to kill him. Absolute fraud. And there's more to come. In terms of more, I've seen more since coming off there in terms of what Mike Dean actually had to say why he heel turned live on air, went from initially saying no, can't see how it's a red to and I quote his words. I'm looking at a still frame here that they've looked at, and I can understand why they've given him a red. He has then later on, after seeing the backlash online in general towards Michael Oliver and that decision, heel turned again, and now saying Arsenal have the right to appeal and will more likely have it overturned. You couldn't make this shit up, basically. He just couldn't. But hey, obviously more on that as the stream goes on. We actually touch on that game later on when they go live. Obviously, we've got other games in play as well. Obviously, the big one of the day was Man City versus Chelsea. Gav, if you're watching Chelsea, started off well. And then Sanchez, your goalkeeper, started having a little wobble. Your team started shitting the bed because he's having a wobble. And he got punished for it, basically. 3 times. Yeah. And your manager's still backing him. I've seen and heard the after-match reaction from your manager, and he's still backing Sanchez to heel. How bad are the other 17 goalkeepers you brought in the last 3 years that Sanchez is apparently still your best option? He's getting to a point where he's making Manuel Almunia look good, and that's saying a lot. I mean a lot. I mean, from an Arsenal fan, lived through fucking Almunia's era as our number one for far too long. Popping into the chat anyway. Rosie's in the chat. Where was you earlier, Rosie? Hashtag Wolves have robbed my ass. All right, Tom, how you doing? But Rosie, don't even try. You're not getting a nibble. You're not getting a nibble. I'm not allowing it, but come on. As the song says, Ryan said the heel turn secret fan of Mr. Tom's wrestling confirmed. He said it again as I was typing this. Hey, that's what Mike Dean did, though. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he didn't. He did do the heel turn. There you go again. Multiple times actually. But anyway, he's on Strictly. That's why he's saying heel turn. He's standing in for Caroline Quinton. Bloody hell. You weren't there. If I'm ever on Strictly, I've made it in terms of the channel's done well. The podcast is doing well. Oh dear. Right, but yeah, as I say, Man City, Gav, if you're watching, again, we've said it before, but your goalkeeper's suspect as hell. He's making Almunia look good, and that's going from me, who lived through the Almunia era. You've got Liverpool taking on relegation battling team of Ipswich at Anfield. You've got Brighton hosting Everton, Southampton hosting Newcastle. And there's another game. It'll come to me. But yeah, big up to yourself, Miles, in the chat. Says hi. Hi, hello. I haven't seen you before, so obviously, hello. Welcome to the channel. Hope to see a lot more of you going forward from this show onwards. But feel free to introduce yourself into the chat as well. I'd win Strictly Stay Fan. Partner me with Alison Hammond. I need to bite my tongue off Strictly recently, so yeah. Oh, Man City fan. Oh, good, got a good result anyway. But even though you're welcome, we've got, as I say, got a Leeds fan. Regular Leeds fan. But we have a regular. We've had since Ipswich been in League One, a regular Ipswich fan of the chat. We got a couple of Man United fans, a few Chelsea fans along the way. So you're more than it's an Arsenal, but you're more than welcome. And obviously, well, as I say, welcome. And yeah, next week's gonna be a lot of fun, isn't it? Then double Man City in one day. Oh god, that's gonna be fun. Good, I say, good result for you guys in the end. Good result. Man, Chelsea dropped off, and you capitalised. Haaland just rings around, shut up, Shanabo and bloody Colwell. Oh, mate. And I said it was just come back, but my days, has he been thrown under the fire pit, basically? Oh dear, but hey, we'll get into the Man City side of things properly once we actually get the game shown on the screen. The match today gets really underway now. You know what I mean, Mr. Tom. Hey, twinkle toes, lay down. Do you told? I don't really know how you treat us. But again, I have the puppy up to me. And see, considering it's so late, by the way, 29 minutes before she's due to go to bed, she is very active for my liking. 1 second. Oh dear. What you do? I mean, you're laying down, but you're not laying down the way you should be laying down because you're misbehaving. And when you misbehave, aggravates me. There we go. Oh, first game. Straight into it. No messing about. Straight into it. First game. Okay. Not the Arsenal one. Not Liverpool. Not your Man City. Bournemouth. Okay. Oh, I mean, they shouldn't have red carded Lewis Skelly. They should have. He was really Rosie. It's done. What he did was what any other player does in that situation: a cynical yellow card offence. So basically, what you're saying, which whenever Asian players does that tomorrow, before you lose, if when a Rangers player does that, same action, yeah, cool. Not even right. It's my mic actually. Getting that, but get scoreboard up. Bournemouth versus Forest. This is a mad result, by the way. Big result, but mad at the same time. Considering Forest this season, and that both teams have gone into this is a hard one to call in terms of going into this because both, you could argue, are way overperforming their expectations this season in the league. Especially also going into it, Forest were third. Obviously, Forest are third or were third. Okay, start of the day. 6 points off of Liverpool and all that. Now they're 9. Spoilers, because chat scoreboard on the screen. Clivert scores. Mate, I'm happy. I've got to say, I'm happy for Clivert. He is now he's got somewhere settled after moving every other 2 years and this, that, and the other, here, there, and everywhere around Europe. He seems to be settled now in the Premier League. Obviously, last season, his first season in, adapting to the English game, the way he manager wanted him to play and all that. And this season is, I mean, what a goal that was. He is literally lighting it up, and there's no stopping him. But as it stands, there's no stopping him. He's actually, as I said earlier in my Arsenal watch along, he's actually having better form than his dad did when he was at Newcastle. It's a cake that's graded like a bar of gold. Seriously, Rosie. Seriously. Oh dear. You gotta laugh. If you don't laugh, you cry. It's got a little bit of sound on. 1 sec, if I don't break my neck. we go. Now I do. But you know what? Even though Liverpool, okay, I say this because even though Liverpool are top of the league, and they've got Bournemouth next week. I know we've got Man City at home, but they're playing an informed Bournemouth. As I say, are massively overperforming, and Bournemouth, based on their form, Bournemouth could get. I'm not saying they will, but they could get something. Next week, maybe. And if they do, if they do, fantastic. We've got to capitalise and be quick on it. Unlike Rangers, Rosie, who don't capitalise, they just beat Celtic and then lose everyone else. What are you doing? I seem to say this every week as well. I know this is a highlight formatted show, but been nothing from Forest in that first half that they're showing us in highlight reel. That's like, okay, this is what we're used to this season. This is like what we see from Forest is like we saw last year, and obviously them coming up and all that. I know you are, Rosie. I know you are. I don't know how I know you are, but I know you are. Kepa doing well today. Couple saves at least. I'm currently deciding on my Alpha 4 in 2 hours time. Do I go with Hulk Hogan or Punk? Hogan all day long. I'm assuming, are you going live? In terms of, are you actually going live, or are you just going to be watching said event? If you are going live, feel free to promote away in the chat for any wrestling fans. But Miles, if you're still watching, by the way, out of interest, being that you are a City fan, what are you making of your current predicament, Man City? I know you're back in the top 4 as of tonight, but as a whole, for the last couple of months, I don't have the final words to describe what's happening this season with City. What is it? What do you think? What do you think it is? They go 2-0 Clive. What football? That's fantastic football from Bournemouth. Clever 1-2 play. Wow. I bet the Arsenal years that was, blimey. Do you think it's on the manager? Do you think the players because of all the success you've had over the last couple of years, that maybe who's offside? Okay. The players are themselves into the ground, and at the same time, most of them have been there as long, if not longer, than Pep still, and are tired of hearing his voice. It gets to that stage where a new voice might be key for them, like we've seen with Liverpool with Slot, for example? Or do you think it's just players that's burnt out, basically, for all the going again and again and again and again for the last few years, being pushed by Liverpool initially, then us for the last couple, winning obviously doing that treble a couple of years ago, and in general, the 4-peat itself. Do you think it's just caught up, or do you think, as I say, do you think it's something else? Seeing as obviously, I'm assuming you're watching, seeing as you're a City fan, I thought it was only fair that I ask you your opinion from your perspective. Half past midnight. Oh, okay. So there'll be plenty of time after I finish this. Okay, that's cool. I'll send a link to Jonesy as well. Obviously, if he's interested to watch as well. Tom, by the way, I'm assuming he was staying awake as well to watch that as well, as in the event that you'll be covering. What is going on? Stan's coming out of his place. Why are you doing that to me? Yay. Another hat trick. Oscar says first career hat trick. Bloody hell. A lot of hat tricks from fucking Bournemouth recently. First Clive, now this lad. A couple from Clive actually. Thinking about it. Hat trick of penalties. The first ever hat trick of penalties, apparently, in Premier League history in one game. Imagine being a Nottingham Forest, making that trip down all the way down from Nottingham to the coast of Bournemouth, and your team's been doing well this season. Don't get me wrong, and your team then turns into fucking the Forest of the last 2 seasons. This is ridiculous. The defending is statuesque. It's literally like watching the Forest for the previous 2 seasons, not from this season. Well, it's not on Netflix, is it? Oh, I thought it might be on Netflix. And there'll be and all that. I don't know. We don't do anymore. If you need a mic that picks up voice easily, type in. I'm cool with this. Just again, where I've located my setup and all that, top of windows of the airport. It's just, and obviously I want a bit of sound on me. I say to me, my second monitor. I don't want the mic picking because the mic is sensitive as fuck. By the way, as you can tell from where the mic is now to where it would be over there on my desk. If I put it on my desk, it picks up. I've had this for years, by the way, but it'll pick up the sound of the TV, the fucking planes, this, that, and the other. Probably picking up sound still of the planes, but not as much. I went over my setup behind years and years ago, by the way, in this channel, where you see the Henry shirt and Seaman and all that there in the clock, that clock in particular. When my set was there during COVID, actually, so yeah, a good few years ago. Before all that, and then my old clock and this mic literally will pick up the sound of the clock ticking away. Unlike anything else, it was insane. So I had to move it over, myself all over here, and yeah. Roy's gonna chop you up. Roy, how you doing, mate? Stressful day. Not from the Wanted trying. Thanks for fucking Michael, whatever the prick. Osman scored again today. 6 days left of the window. No, more than that. The window ends on the 3rd. So I guess a Monday. As of tomorrow, so 8 days. Sorry, technically 8 days left. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, mine's all over the place because of fucking my god of these stupidness. Evening, X. How you doing? Having a good day so far. Good weekend in general so far. So, big game time for obviously got the men done their job today in the end. As I said, no thanks to Oliver. But the big game tomorrow, big game. London derby at the Bridge. Gav, if you're watching, are you ready? I don't think you are. I don't think you know what's coming. It's not going to be as easy as you guys probably think it would be. I mean, if your fan base from the women's point of view thinks it's going to be easy tomorrow, then they're very naive. But we're Chelsea, mate. We're Arsenal. Rene's bringing us back. No, I'm not going to nothing like that. No, I'm just holding it because obviously, as I say, the sound, obviously, I've noticed that by holding it like this, the sound is actually clearer and better from when I talk into it, to if I have it on the desk and all that. But also because I've got a bit of sound on my monitor there to watch this and listen to this, as well, see what they've got to say and all that for certain things. Yeah, the mic itself is so sensitive, it would literally pick up the sound, and then obviously BBC will come after copyright and all that, and obviously you've got the planes and this, that, and the other behind in terms of like, because for anyone that doesn't know, I pretty much live near in the within the area basically of Heathrow. And the planes are currently from where I am located. The planes are going out, so it's very even louder than they are coming. Actually, quieter when they come in. When they turn it their routine where they come into this side of Heathrow instead of going out. But hey. Oh, I'm preparing myself to an Arsenal and how to promote to the men's team to do a decent job. Oh, here we go. Gav's favourite game of the day. This is where we all get to slag off Chelsea's goalkeeper. Again. Honestly, saying that our number one spot is the cheapest team in the Premier League. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, as I said was it last night? It was in Lucas' chat last night because Diaz was pissing me off. He's going off. I'm going to rant because Mikel Arteta said something I don't agree with. He said the word. And I'll quote you this, by the way. Luca was going live to rant about Arteta because he used the word centre forward instead of the word striker. I kid you not. He couldn't fucking make it up. And even when you try explaining it, I'm still going live. Fucking idiot. God, no, there's no help from some people. It's just a tad. It's like, obviously, I don't know how you just come in or not, but it was like watching you guys from last season and obviously for your first couple of seasons back under Cooper and all that. Good evening, Russ. Good evening. You wanted it fantastic. But as I was going to say, in terms of saying no one's really done any business from what I can make out in the Premier League so far, as it's so far. Days, this is still a few days to go. Sorry, but as a whole, Man City done the most business, as we know, in the last week or so. Obviously, Liverpool ain't done nothing. Newcastle, no. Chelsea haven't done anything yet. We haven't yet. Tottenham did the goal. All they've done is a goalkeeper, but they had to because of the situation they found themselves in. There's still more what to do, but they're not doing it. Ipswich is alone for the guy from Brighton. But yeah, it's been a very timid window so far. I think it's going to be. I do think in the final week now, from Monday onward, it's going to just burst into an absolute madness up and down the league. 1-0 Chelsea. Madueke goal. When this happened, by the way, 2.5 minutes in, the new lad in defence, he made an absolute howler for the first 5 minutes, by the way. Fucks up there, and then fucks up the Celebrity's goalkeeper, and then Jackson's like, thank you, boom. And yeah, Madueke's like, oh, thank you for the assist. I'm going to score now. But I'll say this. Because of that, City on the back foot from this moment onwards in this game for a while. At one point, I don't know if they'll show this. Which one? Tell me which one, and I'll double check see what's gone wrong. Because I sent 3 vids, 2 through my Gmail account, and 1 which should have been the goal on my normal email address. But yeah, literally, it is now. They're showing it now. Literally, this is the chance to kill the game here. 1-0. Cole Palmer's through and goal. Why he doesn't go for the shot, I don't know. He tries to pass it to Jackson. Jackson makes a fucking mean out of it, and then by the time he passes it out to Sancho, the defender gets in the way. Any other conspiracies here, but any other team, there's any other team home or away, Palmer has a shot. So why? I know it's his ex-club and all that, Man City, but why, when they didn't show the faith in him and they were happy to get rid of him when they did, why did he bottle it? And I will say it, bottle it in that chance to go 2-0 up. Because you knew after that Sanchez was going to do something stupid, and then that was going to be game over, basically. And I know I said I'll say this now as well, Gav, when it comes to Sanchez, as we've always said about him. I didn't notice today, the second he had his first wobble, the whole the entire team defensively went just looked shaky themselves. They're like he's shook down by him being him again, and no, but the Wolves one. I'll double check what that is. Give me a second. I'll have a look in a have Phone's on charge over there. I'll have a look in a sec. I'll make sure it's got a bit in charge. I'll have a look. I might try. I'll resend it by both emails and see if it comes through in either one. Did the other two come through okay though, as well? The reason why, by the way, 1-1, Guardiola. Okay, that's poor. But the second he started shaking, it was coming. But literally, the players started off so confident, and then the second he had a shake, they all went like, and they all looked scared. Suddenly in Chelsea, and they never recovered. They never recovered at all. But Palmer's, what you say, I don't know what he supports, but he came from the Man City academy. And there you go. He came from the Man City academy. That's my point. He came from the academy of Man City. He was coming through. He played in the Community Shield against us, scored the opening goal of that game. Obviously, we go on to win on penalties and all that in the end. And without even hesitation, when the offer came in, they accepted and got rid. So they had no faith in him, basically, to break into the Man City squad at that time. So why was he so hesitant to have that chance there? When he went through, it was pretty much through on goal. He sort of put the hand back on a bit, waited until Jackson was in sight, and then passed it to him. Only for Jackson to do what Jackson does. Why would I know who? By the way, you say do your job and all that. How would I know? Why would I even care who Cole Palmer actually supports? Jadon Sancho's a Man United fan, but he came from the Man City academy, and obviously went to Dortmund, and then Man United came along. He jumped. He went. Upset the Man City faithful, but they didn't have faith in him. So why should he care? Sanchez is fucking awful. I'm sorry. This is the worst out of the three. This is the worst from Sanchez. The first one, whatever. This is mental because again, I didn't notice at the time, but watching the replay, he's off his he's out of goal, and then he goes to commit, and then he stops and he goes, he hesitates, does and but time he decided what to do, the ball going over his head, and he says it's his own fault. Sanchez, what is? This is why I say he makes Almunia look good from our era. I never rated Roberto Sanchez. When he came in and took over Matty Ryan at Brighton, I still don't get it to this day why Graham Potter suddenly favoured this random guy out of nowhere. And Chelsea being Chelsea, there's new ownership, went Brighton Mode FC. We need every Brighton employee at our club. And the guy's bog useless. The guy even Poch realised how crap Sanchez is. He's not good enough. He got dropped. Enzo's come in, reinstating him as number one, and now wants to continue back in the prick. And like Liam said to me, one of his Chelsea mates have said, many Chelsea fans have said, Sanchez is going to cost them top four. And the way he's going, he'll probably cost them Europa League at this rate. They'll be lucky to hang on. They'll be lucky to finish 8th if he keeps fucking up the way he's fucking up. But hey, it is right. Let me phone for Gavin and see what's going on. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Ned's gone to bed. Fantastic. Right. So you said the second one hasn't come through. Right, spare with me a sec. I think this is one. I did it in order, so I actually had to record these in order as well. Pins and needles, pins and needles. Oh my days, it's now the phone. Oh, no, it hasn't phone. There's a phone been a pain in the ass. Let me know now, Gav. Let me know. Oh, pins and needles, fantastic. I'm not happy with us being kindly. The only chance we can get Tom back to. If Tom gets stopped giving them away, then yeah, sure. It's up to Tom, really. He's the one giving them away, not me. What's going on here? I'll send the other one as well. Right. Right, try that now. Let's have a look. Why did it not go through? What surprise? That's a red card on Timber. Okay, it went through. It said it's going from my end. I don't know what's gone on there. Saying it's sent. What surprise? What's a red card? Right, Gav, I don't know if you're watching, so I have to message you now. So, to summarise, Chelsea are flawed and defensively woeful. They get a bit of a shock. They completely lose their heads. Basically. But in terms of, it's just the thing is, it doesn't put the fear in me in terms of what's coming for next week in terms of next Sunday with City, because I know my defence, no matter who's in that defence in terms of the back line, like your Timbers, Salibas, Gabriels, etc. I know Gabriel and Saliba on their day can handle Haaland, for example. And obviously, if we overturn the Miles Lewis Skelly red card, so he's not suspended, I know he'll be able to do a job against whoever, as long as he turns up he does his thing on the day. And Timbers have been reliable. Touch wood. We do need Odegaard back as well for next week. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, as you say, we are on now, so this is going to be fun. Justify this, you bastards. Oh, it was weird from Cunha today. It's like he popped up once or twice, but nothing major. I don't know. I don't know if he's just biding his time on, but he needs to. If he wants out of Wolves now, he needs to at the end. He needs to do the Trossard of I want out of it. I don't want to be here no more. Basically, do a transfer request verbally written, whatever he has to, however he has to do it officially. Do it because otherwise Wolves are going to be absolute arseholes in his last 8 days of the window. It's amazing, by the way, Rosie. I don't know if you're watching still, but some other people go live and you just disappear. Just saying. Thanks for the support. You could have had both on one on your phone, one on your pad or whatever, but no. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for them to justify. I'm waiting for this commentator to say something stupid, and they're like, "You asshole, mate." How is this so frustrating? He puts that to the goal. If he heads that to the goalkeeper's left, that's 1-0, and it's like, well, hey, and we don't have to worry about fucking what happens next because it's a coming. Imagine that wasn't a foul, by the way. Not much, to be honest. Oh dear, absolutely shattered. But I've now got to be up early because I've got an early start, an early stream tomorrow. Nice and early, fucking hell. Believe stupid time to kick off. London normally they're kicking off at 12:30. Is it on the evening kick off or something like that? No, we're waiting for Sky and have it on an evening kick off. No. We'll have it on BBC Two at 12:30. Absolute a-holes. Aye, bastard. Here we go, the moment of truth. No, even the commentator was shocked. Fucking even the BBC commentator was actually shocked. Even he said the word booking. Oh, it's a red. But it's the fact that literally we protest, rightly so, of obvious reasons. But he then decides in amongst it all to then book Timber. So it's gonna piss me off because we are gonna appeal it. It is gonna get overturned because of the backlash that has been given. Like we saw earlier in the season with Bruno, when Bruno got wrongfully dismissed against Tottenham at Old Trafford earlier in the season, and obviously because of the backlash it got, Man United appealed and they went, yeah, sure, and it's gonna be happening again. But at the same time, as fantastic as that would be in terms of then that means he isn't suspended. Timber's book is not getting rescinded though. And the only reason Timber gets booked is because the ref makes a stupid judgment call. And today, again, I said it in the watch long. I'll repeat it again. Michael Oliver could not wait. He literally did what he did against City, blew the whistle. 0 point whatever seconds later, the red card's out. Isn't it a bit of a coincidence? I mentioned this to Liam actually. I didn't realise this at the time. Maybe why I've been off air. I noticed this, by the way. The week before Arsenal played Liverpool at the Emirates this season, we had Bournemouth, correct? And one of our key players, Saliba, was given a straight red, as we all know, for the reason of denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. Even though he picked the flaws, either way, we were told we appealed, but told to fuck off basically by the FA and all that, literally. Even though ever since every single goal scoring denying opportunity, be it in the same area or even closer to the actual goal, has ended in a booking, no matter what. But yeah, we lost Saliba in one of our key players going a week before we played Liverpool in the key game in the title race. Who's in charge of VAR that day? David Gillett, or Gillett, how you pronounce his name. A Liverpool fan, a known Liverpool fan. Not even a secret. We are now literally again. I didn't know. Again, I didn't clock onto this before. It would have made it even worse than ranting earlier. We are playing Man City next Sunday. Michael Oliver, as of again, it's well known in the public domain. He got hired by the Man City owners to referee a game for them last year before the season started for over 2K or whatever. And the Man City is it's a in the Man City owners' country, the league that they help run as well. Since then, he has allowed a goal to stand against Fulham for Man City at the Etihad last season, even though a defender was clearly obstructing the view of Bernd Leno for the goal to happen. Then a couple of weeks later, he referees the Man City game again. This time against Arsenal at the Emirates. Now, initially, he takes out Odegaard, I believe, and gets a book for it. No, so Declan Rice first, got his book for it, rightly so. He then, 5 minutes later, Kovacic makes the exact same foul that he just did 5 minutes prior, and this time on Odegaard, and sweet FA he tells everyone to piss off, waves the action away, not being sent off, and then Howard Webb and the gang doubled down, backed him up, and went, Howard Webb is one of our best refs in the whole wide world, and that he didn't want to make a rash decision that could change the outcome of the game. It's just a key, big fixture. But ever since then, he has made rash decisions when it comes to Reds in other games that don't involve City or when do involve City in City's favour, or when it doesn't involve City, just for the sake of it. This is the same Michael Oliver that when Man City played Liverpool last season, at the back end in the title running, Doku karate kicks McAllister, full studs, by the way, in the air, out of control, in the chest of McAllister, in the penalty box, waved away. No penalty. No card. Went to VAR. He got backed up. Nothing was said from there on in. And here we are today. Wolves versus Arsenal. The week before Arsenal play Man City at the Emirates. A key player in our current team. He said he gives a straight red to. And how can I put this? Tries to screw us over. Not just for this game, but going forward for that game. It looks like it's going to backfire. I hope it fucking does. In terms of where you appeal when it gets overturned. Because I'll tell you this, I don't. For anyone that hasn't watched the game yet, go watch it. Then when they do the full-time whistle, look at his face. He is so disappointed in the result. I don't care what anyone says. And this whole thing of the VAR, and even again, we went to VAR today, and they backed him up again. I'm convinced at this point, and I said this earlier in the stream, in the in my Arsenal Watchalong with Liam, I'm convinced that Howard Webb has put such prestige on Mark Oliver that he's the best of the best, that literally every other official, all the other 20 officials that when they get to be a match official in one either be VAR room or a fourth official on the sidelines or linesman, etc. They are scared to overrule him. We have multiple incidences in the VAR era where he's made rash decisions, i.e., bad judgment calls, and every time VAR has backed him up, even when he's clearly in the wrong. Either he's got something on them, or as I say, Howard put such prestige on him, Oliver being the best of the best of them all, that they're scared to call him out now when he makes a mistake. It's one of the two, and I am sick of it. He ain't the best. He's the best of the bad bunch, and that's saying a lot. This is the same Michael Oliver a few years back, as I mentioned earlier, in the same fixture at Molineux, in the first season of having fans back in the stadium, by the way, just so people can do the time frames and all that, decided for the first time in Premier League history to double book a player in the space of 0.2 seconds. Never seen before. Hasn't been seen since in English, not in Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, non-league. Never been seen. Yeah, he's the best of the best. And my microphone's disconnected. 1 second. Oh, it's connected now. Cool. As I say, I'm sick of officials being this bad. It's saying something going up again. They're just to discuss this red card now. Both of them actually, because obviously Wall's on as well. Even they've said it shouldn't. Michael Oliver shouldn't have even bothered getting out the second yellow. He should have just got out the red and been a straight red, because it was a straight red offence. It was above the ankle. The Gomez foul on Timber. That was an actual straight red card offence. And even they're saying, in terms of Marlowe's Skelly, it's a booking. Nothing more than that. It's a cynical foul, but it's a booking. It's tactical booking. Noticed how Mike Dean, as I said earlier, changed his mind in certain situations automatically. When I don't get when he says he has been given the heads up or seen in ad breaks the absolute abuse in terms of calling out his best friends, be it Oliver himself or the PGMO in general. And he's heel turned. Again, Tom doesn't like that word, but he did. He then suddenly decided to say, "Oh yeah, Arsenal win the right 1-0 Liverpool, by the way. Liverpool's game's up now." He heel turned and went, "Oh yeah, they're absolutely in their right, and it will be overturned," because looking at it, it wasn't. After initially saying, first time saying no, it's a yellow. Then 2 minutes later saying, actually, looking at this still shot, I can understand why. And I'm gonna say this now for anyone that ain't got a fucking brain. And I apologise for the swearing, but it does aggravate me. For anyone that hasn't got a brain, watching something play out in either super slow mo or freezing a moment and taking a photo of that moment, that the context that all the other bits build up to it, and afterwards, it's going to look a lot worse than actually what it is. But they continue to use that method. I'm just sick of it. Just all that way to justify themselves. Remember, Oliver almost got beaten by the Juventus team. Yeah. Remember, in terms of going off Michael Oliver now, we're talking about the PGMO in general, and our referees, and one of them, and this person still can't referee in the Premier League. Anthony Taylor was the referee. That was crap. From Ipswich, from the goalkeeper of Ipswich. What his name was, I don't care. Anthony Taylor was the referee for the Europa League final. Not last season, the season before. I think it was Roma versus who was they playing? Seville? Roma versus Seville, I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. It's Roma versus someone in the chat in that game. And Anthony Taylor was the match official for that final. And yet he had such a bad performance that both obviously Marino went in the car park to call him out for his bullshit in that game, and then both. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think that both Sevilla, the winning team, sets of fans, right? Yeah, or Frankfurt was it? Frankfurt was Rangers. I swear it was Sevilla, but I'll double check that either way. Yeah, it was Sevilla. Roma versus Seville, because obviously, yeah, Seville won. He was peers. The Seville always do the fucking thing of win the Europa League, get touched that way. But both sets of fans waited for him at the airport, and both sets of fans, because only one set of fans had actually won the final. Either way, he got. They're waiting for him. They wanted to take him in from Lim. UEFA had to organise security. They got the heads up. They had to organise security to get him and his family through the airport in one piece. Now let's go back to 2010, the FIFA World Cup, Spain in South Africa. Yeah, Sevilla, sorry, yep. Now let's go back to 2010, South Africa World Cup final. Spain versus the Netherlands. Howard Webb, the now head of the PGMOL, was given the big job, the main job in that final, the referee for that final. He was the referee for that final. He had such an absolute nightmare of a performance as a match official on the day, on the biggest stage in world football, literally. But when the game was done and dusted, and Spain won the World Cup, when they're doing their presentation stuff, when all the match day officials went up to get their medals, compete for taking part in the final, yet again, both the Spanish and Netherlands fans booed and jeered him as he appeared on the screen to get his medal. It was reluctant. That's in 2010. This is 15 years later, nearly. And people say I'm paranoid, or Arsenal fans are paranoid, but officiating is poor. It's getting worse year by year. We thought it was bad. How was this not red, by the way, from the Brighton Lonely? He got away with one there, by the way. Yeah, again, inconsistency. If an Arsenal player does that, or a Wolves player was to do that, they're getting punished. As opposed to getting punished for that, because it's a Liverpool player he took out, but hey. But we thought things were bad under Riley. And initially, when Howard Webb comes in, he goes, there's going to be a change of ethos, there's going to be accountability. Got from Ipswich there, so that piece as well. So he can be got still from open play and off and open play and set pieces and all that. Oh, there's going to be, yeah, like, how long is there going to be accountability? Things are going to change around here. The only thing that changed, first off, in terms of accountability, was if a referee did make a mistake, glaring and obvious, and the VAR didn't spot it out and this, that, and the other, clubs would get letters from Howard Webb apologising for said mistake, and stating that they are going to learn from this and they will hope not to make this mistake again. It soon became apparent clubs were getting the same generic letter, yet nothing was changing. Things weren't improving, and the more and more the clubs and the fans and the media to an extent called this out, Howard Webb effectively went two things up to everyone. Went, "F you, then we're going back to what we were. No accountability whatsoever. We're going to double down and make it look so obvious that we are the authority. We want to be the centre of attention. Screw you." How is it every weekend? It's not just Arsenal, by the way. Just to clarify, this isn't just an Arsenal thing. Football fans up and down the country, as a whole, are being conned week in, week out, paying big money to see their team play against whoever. This, that, never either compete for a title, try and get into Europe, go on a cup run even, or stay in the league. The referees are that bad at their job that we are week in, week out talking more about the officials than the football itself, because the officials want it all to be about them. Look at me, look at me. I want to be the centre of attention. Not. It's not. It's a. I know I'm going on, but today, in terms of this incident as well, in terms of this incident, sorry, it's heightened it. Every time it comes up, it heightens it even more. This is why I said last week when after it was a Tottenham game, sorry, when we got the corner, that shouldn't have been a corner that led to our equaliser against Tottenham. And obviously Chris came in, obviously the West Ham fan, whatever. He was like, "They're talking in the corner." Yeah, it wasn't. However, it was given, and what? We got to stand up against it. No, because when things go against us, people get tribal and decide to say, "Oh, don't be silly, Arsenal. Shut up, Arsenal fans. It's just everyone's human, makes mistakes. It's just incompetent." So we accept incompetence. When it happens to you, do you want me to? No. But when it happens as it was proved, when it happened to someone else, we're supposed to be up in arms about it. Thankfully, today, everyone's come together in this moment and actually said that was a appalling decision. Basically, for once, everyone's come together. Football fans and pundits, media alike, have all come together as one and called it out for what it is. In a moment, it can't be just a one-off thing. It needs to be consistent moving forward. Otherwise, we're going to be back here again at some point this season, between now and May, at least 3 or 4 times, having a similar discussion of this ilk again. I've said what's got to change in terms of going forward as a predominant thing. I begged earlier in the Watchalong for the FA to grow a pair tonight and sack Howard Webb with immediate effect and bin off every useless piece of shit, all 21 of them that are currently on the list of being a Premier League ref or official, whatever. and then go to FIFA, go and get that Italian bastard that is a brilliant ref, by the way. I can't remember his name. I mean, again, his name's gone. I still can't remember his name. But go to him, approach him, throw the money, whatever money you need to throw, get him, make him the head of the PGMOL straight away. He has no allegiance. He has no allegiance to any Premier League club this season or next season, in terms of the fee going down, the fee going up, and all that. Has no allegiance. He's Italian. He's allegiance to whoever Italian club he's supposed to be growing up. And let him go and employ the very best refs available in the world outside of England. And then over the next 5 years, with them said refs, look to bring in the next generation of English refs that are good enough to match and that match a standard that they will be the world class, the world refs, and him will be setting. And actually do your background checks and make sure you're not putting yourself into a position where, for example, a London official official that could be from London isn't officiating on any London game, any London team side, being home or away, because then Kalina, that's it, Kalina. Exactly wrong. Exactly, big up to buy Spencer, but yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't mind. It was. They're saying they initially put out is above the ankle. It was actually below. The contact was made below the ankle. It wasn't like a hard hitting contact either. It was his boot, the size of his boot brushing against theirs. Sorry, his his foot. Yet Gomez, who's ruled on the booking, by the way, makes a straight red card offence by nearly taking Timber's leg off. By the way, the same leg that had the ACL issue in the first place last year. But instead of getting a straight red card out straight away, nothing else, Oliver deemed to go to the yellow card mode and by that, then get the red card out because obviously it'd be a second yellow, off he goes. Instead of going, which I can do, by the way, from refs in general can, even if a player's on a booking, they can, I have seen it before, they can, depending on the stature of the foul or the challenge, can just get the red card out and say that in itself is a straight red card offence, you're off. Whereas, so basically, but the thing is, because he's decided to get the yellow first out, the second yellow out first, then the red, Gomez is only suspended for 1 game, even though he's turning towards a red card offence, a straight red card offence. Whereas until we appeal this and hopefully get it overturned, Miles Lewis Kelly is facing 3 games out for a far lesser foul that was a bookable offence. Make it make sense, please. Next game is on, and it's Newcastle versus Southampton versus Newcastle. I just a score from the penalty spot. Good header from Benyak for the opening goal for Southampton, but Southampton are literally dog shy. I'm convinced they are going to break the record. The record, as I said earlier in the Arsenal Watchalong with Liam, the record I'm convinced that would never be broken. That Derby have. I couldn't fathom in any world where a club would be worse than that. And here we are, 2025, Southampton. I believe incompetence is occurring more than corruption. It's a bit of it's a both. I think it's a mix of both. It's not one way. I don't think it's one outweighing the other at this point. I think it is the 50-50 of both. Pure and simple, really. We've had a ref in David Coote or an ex-ref nowadays, in David Coote, who publicly in the last couple of months has been outed for a video that he recorded with a friend whilst off his face or pissed or whatever, slagging off the city of Liverpool and the club of Liverpool and the people of Liverpool and the manager at the time, Jurgen Klopp, because Klopp had a word with him basically about a certain situation. He was a full official at one particular game. Klopp wasn't happy with the decision, went to him. He didn't like the shouting and screaming, and decided to completely turn on him and not just Klopp, mainly Klopp and the city of Liverpool, basically, because. And we have now learned since we've seen this video that the PGM at the time, in terms of Riley in the game, when Riley was in charge, by the way, just before Howard Webb took over, this surfaced, and then they did a cover up, basically, and decided to take him out of the heat of being an official for the Liverpool game because they couldn't trust him not to actually have any bad calls against Liverpool side, be it for or against them, mainly against. And it's only recent. It's like reintegrating him in the last 12 months. We then learn, obviously, amongst all that as well, other things. There's in terms of the white powder video, and there's the other things that involve him and the other referees of this fine league that are yet to be proven. But yeah, but we're being told he's only a bad apple. That the other 20 Premier League match officials are all good as gold, completely competent of doing their job, the best of the best. No one better than them. And as I say, I'm just sick of it at this point. I'm sick of coming on here every week, it seems, be it on the live streams for the matches or match of the day, or even a pop up on the podcast with Liam when he invites me on. I'm pretty much saying the same thing about the officiating. I don't know what else to say apart from that. It is that mind-numbingly dull. I don't want to be as an Arsenal fan or football fan in general. I don't want to be coming here and absolutely berating the officiating. As I said, it's bizarre that it's just a thing now that we come together either on this channel or other channels, be it an Arsenal persuasion or other clubs' persuasion, and we are talking more about the officiating than the game of the football that we witness on a weekly basis. Get back to me. I don't know. Oh, one game left. I've got one game left. Okay, cool. It's rather better. We spent most of this last hour and 10 minutes talking about again officiating. Just yeah. All right, BX, how you doing, my friend? By the way, guys, can we please start getting these likes up, please? If you haven't already, hit the like button, strike the like button, whatever you do. Let's get them likes back up again, because the last few streams actually come down rather dramatically compared to what they're usually at. Rather dramatically, actually. Rather concerning. There's from one extreme to the other, actually, looking at it now. So if we can get them likes up, I'll be massively appreciative of it. And it does help, again, I keep saying it does help the channel and help us grow and push forward, basically. Early afternoon, that take a toll on me. Oh dear. By the way, Bronco, why I've got you here, is it the NFL final playoff rounds this weekend, like the actual respective conference final, whatever? So whoever wins this one will go into the final, the Super Bowl. Whoever wins that will go into and meet them in basically. Is it at that stage now? Because I know the Rams got battered, basically. Shocker there. So they put the money in when they're getting ready to over the period of X amount of years, they're getting ready to host the Super Bowl in LA itself. Kroenke did what he had to do to make sure they were ready to compete for that, to get themselves into that position to get to the Super Bowl, and then obviously win it the way they did. It's amazing that they've never got to the final since, or the Super Bowl itself since. Sorry. It is okay. Cool. So who's up? Is it playing? Is it starting tonight? Is it starting tomorrow? And who's up first? Or they already started? Oh, dude, that's it. Conference. Oh, fucking hell, conference championship. That's it. I will do what I did last year as well. We did the Super Bowl last year. I will do the Super Bowl final again this year. I'll just have to, no matter what, unlike last year, actually schedule the day out in terms of check and if it's, because last year it was like double Watchalong, was it? And then didn't get no sleep. Then went live. It's like, and then get back to like 4, whatever it was in the morning, or 4 or 5, something like that. So the plan would be, hopefully, even if it's just one game, one of the Arsenal teams playing tomorrow. If it's if it's a weekend, if it falls on the weekend it falls on, I think it's the 9th of Feb, the Super Bowl. If on the 9th of Feb, it's only one of the Arsenal team playing, fantastic, because I can then do that obviously, then go off, go and get a few hours keeping me, go live for the Super Bowl, and hopefully be able to see it through properly, not be like, I want to go to sleep, I want to die here, help me, save me, like I was asked you, to be honest. Good evening, Stefan. Good evening. Well, result aside, I hope you've had a good weekend so far. It was ungodly. The half time, it was more so, I was fine from my point of view. I was fine until it got to the halftime show, and it was because the halftime show was so, in my opinion, bad, underwhelming from my point of view. Everything just kicked in and that was it. I struggled. I couldn't get. I was just trying to push through. The amount of coffee I had to fucking force down to get me awake. It's ridiculous. Oh, Joel Veltman, a VAR call went against Joel Veltman of Brighton. Oh, Diddums. What a shame. Calm as a bitch, isn't it, Veltman? Prick. I don't know. I'm sure you find something to do. There we go. 1-0. 1-0 to the Evertonians. David Moyes having that magical effect as always. Clearly. There we go. The plan is literally this time I'm actually get this sleep because I would get some few hours, but I never got a few hours sleep. I was planning to get last year, but get the actual few hours sleep this time round. So no matter how bad the half time, I don't know who's in the half time show this shit by the way at the moment, but whoever's doing it, if it is underwhelming, I won't be crashing basically. The Premier's bench, or but football in general is. Let's be honest. Oh dear. Oh dear. Who have you got? By the way, Stephanie, who have you all got next week? Out of pure interest. Hope you got a winnable game next week after the last two games where it's been the last two matches have been a bit of a pain for you basically to deal with. Well, at least you scored today. Give the goal, it brings that goal difference down a little bit after the last couple of weeks. We need to sort that out again, and I'd say get some winnable games in front of you, and try and get some points on the ball, back on the board again. Because I'll say this now. Ipswich have gone. Leicester, I think, they're gone as well. As much as I'd like to see Tottenham go, I'd need not just Everton to put them together at the moment. I'd need Wolves to do it and you to do it. Wolves, I don't see you doing it. I can see you doing it, and not just keeping up Bern Arsenal and nothing. I can actually see if you can get a run of games of teams in and around you. I can see you doing something, getting results here and there, enough to stay up. Wolves, I can't see him doing anything. Right here, right now, they need an absolute miracle. Yeah, take care, mate. Safe shopping for the pair of you. We'll chat later. Or tomorrow, basically. Oh, by the way, as I said, I did say start the stream. The Arsenal stream earlier, Watchalong, that I will be doing a neutral watch-along tomorrow. I was doing the Arsenal Chelsea versus Arsenal Women WSL watch-along in the early afternoon at lunchtime. But I will be doing in the evening, 7:00 kickoff. Fulham versus Manchester United watchdog as well. Or hate along, or I say hate along. I hate them, but I enjoy seeing them their demise. So anyway, we're doing that as well. Having Fulham and Smith and the gang and a Wobie have a field day and actually keep putting them nails in the coffins of Alma going forward, basically. Stefan says Town are down. I think they can't score. Again, the last two games I can get where you're coming from, but I've seen in other games you can do it. It's just about getting a bit of luck here and there, getting some games in and around, teams in and around you, and putting a performance in. Stop leaking silly goals, basically. I think as I say, I think the last spot for relegation, the 18th spot, is completely up for grabs between you and Wolves. It's who wants to stay up more, who gets that bit of luck, puts that little runner together, just enough to stay up, basically. This is mental, but it is mental to see David Moyes back so quickly, but back at Everton, also back at Everton after what was it, 12 plus years since he left to go to the Man United and all that. Will you be doing a stream on Monday night? I'm working Saturday. Monday night, yes, on Monday I'll be doing I'll be taking part, but it's on this channel. Mike's Who Am I Ultimate Football Who Am I quiz. The one was you did a festive one back last month. We had a chat off air afterwards. We've decided to do a monthly one at the end, the last Monday of every month. We're going to do this Ultimate Who Am I quiz as a football and in terms of general football, but also Arsenal players related as well. Bit of fun, a couple of hours. Got a couple of spots left if anyone's interested in coming on and taking part. But so far, got some good people coming back on. Return of a couple of old faces I'd seen for a while on the channel as well. I'd say it's a bit of a loss to take us a couple of hours of taking us out of the equation of football and life in general, just have a bit of a laugh, basically. But that'll be on Monday. I'll let you know what time it is tomorrow. I need to double, because I'm not going to say time and then be wrong on it. So I'm going to double check when I get off there. I'll let you know in the group chat tomorrow, sorry. And I'll confirm it on here as well for the ones that I'm not in the group chat either. Tuesday, I think now, Tuesday's nothing's planned. Wednesday's Champions League final match day of the league format for all the clubs. So obviously we're doing Girona versus Arsenal, Watchalong on Wednesday. Thursday is Liam and Brooks's All Arsenal show, their panel, whether they get on for this weekend. Friday, there's nothing planned. Saturday, match of the day. And then next Sunday, I'm at the Arsenal Man City game at the Emirates for the men. But I will be setting up streams. I will be reaching out and seeing if Gary or someone's available to take over the hosting duties of both streams that day for the WSL and the Premier League game respectively. It may be I need to check what times I kick off for the women's game, because I know the women's game kicks off earlier. If it's literally, say, for example, a 2 o'clock kickoff, and then obviously straight after the men, I'll set up one of our stream for whoever hosts to take on, basically, so they going in and out, all that crap. Whereas if the girls are kicking off earlier, like they're kicking off tomorrow, there'll be 2 streams, and they'll get about a 2-hour respite between the streams, basically, and yeah. But I'll let you guys know. What time? I'm not thinking now. I'll let you guys know in terms of that stuff, in terms of that stream, Sunday stuff going ahead next Sunday, and who's going to be hosting. I'll let you know by Wednesday. That's all right. But yeah, aren't you going on the United site? What are you on about? Do you talk to me or someone else? You talk to me or Tom? Like, having pure interest here. Comedy. Aren't you going on the United site? Comedy Gold, if you are, I will no doubt be flicking around catching red bells. No, I'm going to do May night. In terms of May night fun game, I'm going to do Watchalong on this channel, and if any of the reaction channels pick it up and take the clips, fantastic. More promotion for the channel. But either way, I will be animated. Unlike the Liverpool deal, was just dire, and I just couldn't couldn't react because it was so dire. I was like, okay, 1-0, 1-0, 2-1. If things go the way we hope they go with Fulham tomorrow, I'll be very animated. Trust me on that one. Coming from someone that grew up in the Fergie Wenger era of hatred, trust me, I will be absolutely bouncing off the walls. If United can take another L tomorrow, brilliant. But with that, match today is just finished. Fantastic. So I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to get ourselves out of it. I'm going to wrap things up now. But obviously, thanks to everyone that's popped in, said hello, interacted in the chat. And just the usual, doing the usual thing to help out the channel. If you haven't already, please, before you go, please hit the like button. It does help. I keep saying it does really, really help if you guys hit the like button there and share the content as well on various platforms, all your social media platforms, etc. When Gav does drop his video for the Arsenal Wolves game, his reaction video, I will link it up in the live chat of tomorrow's streams, respectively, so you can check that out as well. If you can't, if you've not subscribed to his channel yet. Aside from that, though, take care of yourselves as always. We'll see you soon in a few hours' time for the girls when they take on the defending champions that are Man City. Not Man City, Chelsea, so I'm fucking all over the place. I'm that tired. And we'll see you soon. As always, take care of yourselves and up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.